Is that racism?
It depends on how they talk to you and why they're talking to you, I guess. They're telling us how we have a therapist in school you could go to anytime you want. And they're like, why? They're like, because there's a lot of depression with med school.
Yeah.
Like in med school, with med students and everything.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adi and I am an incoming third year medical student currently studying in the Philippines. I basically create videos about medical school and my experiences as a Nigerian and a foreigner living in the Philippines. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I really do appreciate you guys. And if you've not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And as usual, we have a guest here. Her name is Munira. So I'm going to be linking the part 1 of the video we made together in the description box. Make sure to watch it because this is actually a continuation of the part 1 video. Okay, I've already asked her a couple of questions, and next question I'll be asking Munira is genuinely speaking, this is something I usually love to ask people because it's to actually make other people who intend to come here, you know, when we share about these things, they actually, you know, learn how to adjust better when they come to study here in the Philippines, which leads me to my next question. You've been here for your pre-med and you're currently an incoming third year medical student basically. So genuinely speaking, can you like share with us some of the challenges you faced here from your pre-med up till now, your challenges as a student and even as basically a foreigner living here in the Philippines?
So with pre-med, maybe because I'm in med school, I look at pre-med like it wasn't that hard. Like I thought it was hard, but it wasn't that hard. Wait till you get to med school.
Yeah.
But it was more of adjusting to the country, to the whole place, the food, staying alone, new people. You need to make a whole new set of friends. God forbid you find a horrible batch. So the very first problems you encounter are mostly social, as opposed to schoolwork, because with school you're a student, so doesn't matter what comes your way. That's your one purpose in life, is to deal with that
at that moment.
Exactly. Right. So with school it was just teachers who speak Bisaya. Okay, I get it. I'm in the Philippines, I'm in the Visayas, you speak Bisaya. But if the school says you are to teach in English, a few words here and there that are common knowledge to everyone, excusable, right? But you cannot explain with the greater part of the explanation in Bisaya. It doesn't make sense.
Was that what happened to you guys during your pre-med?
Yes. Not all the teachers, obviously. There was a couple. So we were, being foreigners, in pre-med we were told to do English, right?
Like English was one of the courses you guys offered?
We had to study English. I was like, okay, I get it. Foreigners, not everyone comes from a country that speaks predominantly speaks English, so I get it. So we're having English class. A whole lot of things would go on in there, but it was, you're teaching English. How do Bisaya words get into a class that you're teaching English? Oh yeah, we did have locals with us in the
English class too.
There were a couple of classes that would overlap, like locals and foreigners, so English was one of them. So teachers using Bisaya in class is a big problem.
Now, you know, sometimes when we talk about these things, people come to the comment section to say things like, oh, why didn't we complain to maybe the teacher or to the, did you guys at any point during your pre-med speak out about these things?
So there's this thing called evaluation of teachers, and obviously like after the reviews they do talk to the teacher like, why is it that everyone, if it's just 1 or 2 reviews, maybe the student doesn't like you, but thank God for like the reviews. So that
the evaluation.
Oh yeah, the evaluation. Sorry.
So you guys use the evaluation as like your voice to speak out about these things.
It is. And obviously, do not be too dramatic. Like, don't lie on a teacher, but just be truthful. It does help.
Yeah.
In that regard.
Okay.
Maybe the whole being a foreigner and different, like how locals associate with you as well, could be a problem. Also, depending on how, I guess, you look at it.
Yeah.
There's always going to be racism everywhere you go. It's subtle here. It's subtle. It's the glances when people see you walk by. They're like, they're looking at you. They're like, where are you from? Like, I don't know if they're intrigued or I really do not know what is going through
actually
their
for
mind.
that I don't think that's racism anyway, except maybe I don't know, is that racism?
It depends on how they talk to you and why they're talking to you, I guess. But that's easy to deal with as long as you're not affecting me in any way, shape or form directly. I couldn't care less.
Okay. And what other challenges? Okay, you mentioned the socials, like adapting to food.
Yeah.
Okay. And guys, this like I always say, people's experiences are unique to them. This is what she feels like. These are her challenges about studying here, and it's good that we bring these things to context so people who are also thinking about coming here would actually know like how to adapt to things and stuff like that. And I also want to ask you about the online classes. How has the online classes been for you? And also, do you think it's time that the Philippines government should, approve physical classes? Or because actually I think that the reason why we are not yet back to classes is because of the COVID, that the COVID is actually not yet being contained. So how has your online classes been for you basically?
Challenging, to say the least. So online class is just a trap because it's from your bed to a chair, or to your bed to a chair. Show me where the zeal is going to come from. Like when we have physical class, so you wake up, you're like, okay, you go get shower, get dressed, you leave. So you are actively going to class. You're there in person. There's the whole aspect of getting out of your house. Let me do something with my life. I left my house for a reason. The comfort of my own room makes you lazy.
So basically you're not like motivated much to study during
at all. I only study because I have to study and we have exams. Other than that, I'm the type of person who likes to read outside the house, like outside my comfort zone. So outside my room, I function better when I read out. So queuing online class and the whole country was shut down, so coffee shops were closed for a while. I couldn't go out to read. It was torture.
I can relate. It was really draining, to be honest.
Internet
can get not so good sometimes.
So internet is a problem, but with online, with class in person, nobody cares whether or not you have internet at home. So
I really do miss those times where we have to go to class physically. I really do miss it. I really do hope that things get back to normal, because we are actually entering third year, which is like all the years are important, but this is the year we really need to like start going to hospitals. I just hope and pray that inshallah things get better. Right?
Inshallah.
Inshallah things get better.
But it will.
So the last but not the least question I want to ask you is like, what's your advice to future foreign students who want to study medicine, or basically anyone who wants to study medicine? What's your advice?
I really hope it's what you want to do. Med school is hard. It doesn't matter how you look at it. Med school is hard, right? And for those of us who, alhamdulillah, want to do med school, it's hard. And if you don't want to do med school and you're doing it, maybe personal reasons, right? Maybe your parents want you to do med school, or maybe I don't know why you're doing it. But if you're doing it and it's not your passion, I'll pray for you.
You'll be drained literally.
I'll
So
pray for
you're
you.
saying that it has to be something you really want to do.
Please let it be. Then second year, draining at the end. I was like, I want to do this. I chose this and I'm suffering. I can only,
this is how you look at it. It's not basically suffering. When you look at the end goal, like what you want to achieve, when you look at it, yeah, I understand it's very draining and everything, but when you look at like the end goal, right?
Definitely. When I say I'm suffering, I'm just being dramatic, but you get the point. It is really draining. It takes a toll on you mentally, physically, psychologically. That's why. Okay, so when I started med school, there was an interview. I was like, what's the point? But they're telling us how we have a therapist in school you could go to anytime you want. I was like, why? They're like, because there's a lot of depression with med school. Like in med school, med students and everything. So I really get why. So
that's a very important point, because that's why it is important for you to create. I always talk about this, create a balance. That's something I didn't really understand initially. Oh my God, I was almost depressed when I came here newly. Like, it was choking. It's very important. Like,
it is
find a balance. Yeah. So that's another advice from the both of us. If you're doing med school, like when you get into med school, try to like create a balance so you don't burn out. Literally.
Ooh.
I think we have come to the end of this interview. If you watched to this point, thank you so much, and please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And till I see you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.